Hey everyone, Soundwave 84 here, and I'm here with my inaugural episode of Is It Lit or Is It? Now, how this works is every Friday I'm gonna make a video, and I'm gonna pick a figure from my collection that it's questionable, I would say, but I'm going to leave it up to you, the viewer, get you involved somehow. I'm gonna put a poll right up here, and what it's going to do is give you a choice to vote. Is it lit or is it the other? And then next Friday, the Friday after that, when I do another video in the series, I will then reveal the results of the poll from the previous week, and then we will do unto the figure the result. Get to explain that. If it's lit and that wins, the figure will stay nice and neat somewhere on some shelf somewhere in my house. If it's the other, I will then proceed to send it to the scrapyard, most likely. I'm not going to say this will happen 100% of the time, but at least probably about 75% of the time, it will then be to the scrapyard. And that will be done based on my own determination of how I can scrap it that day. Or, than that. So voting will start towards the end of this video, and then it will pretty much go through about the next week's Wednesdays, where I can then plan the video for that following Friday. It gives me a whole Thursday to plan a video starting next week. I'll be a little bit busier with my job, but say voting opens up into this video, runs through Wednesday, and then I'm gonna tally it all up, and then that way it's prepared for Friday. Now you notice I'm actually in a different area. I've done video talks before. I used to have black shelves behind me with Transformers in them. This is actually my review room, which is a work in progress. If I move to this side of the camera, it reveals messy stuff, which I need to work on. And my review table is right over there. But I have some Transformers in here as well. Most of them are just Chug, Siege. So we're going to take this figure today. We're going to look at Cyberverse. I think it's Legion class. I've had this figure for a while, been meaning to do this series. I've just been really busy. But it's going to be Transformers Cyberverse Bumblebee. And this is the attack mode. These are the little, I think they're like $7 or $8. I got this guy on clearance at Walmart after Christmas for like $4. So he's the one we're going to review. I'm going to do a quick little review on my table, and then we're going to talk about the figure. And then we're going to shoot back to this angle, and we're going to talk about the voting and everything. And this. Alright, so here is this Cyberverse Bumblebee. Like I said, these are the smaller size. Doing the quick review here. Let's just lower the camera down. So I should have done beforehand. Here's the current Legends class size figure. It's pretty much the exact same size. I say a little bit thinner. I believe they call them Legion. So articulation is pretty much non-existent on the figure, except for some shoulders that you can spin the stuff around. He's got some hip joints here that you can go out, or ball joints. Knee bends are non-existent because that's part of the transformation. He does nothing else. Head doesn't turn. The wings do go, the doors go back and forth. And he has this weapon, which is pretty much his attack feature, his attack mode. You hit this, slide this little thing down, and this comes out. Now, to transform him is fairly simple. We're just going to raise his arms up, keep his doors back. We're going to then take the knees, we're going to bring this around, take the other one, bring it around. You see there are two sets of tabs. We will then tab these things in together. We'll take him, he's got this weird waist swivel that will then rotate him up to this position. This piece here will then tab into the slot down here. And you are done. You just put this arm right up against that. And that is Bumblebee transformed, which he isn't really transformed. It's an attack mode. And, I mean, it seems, I don't know. I never like to look at these. This is the only one I bought, and it's pretty much just for this purpose of this kind of video, this type of video right here. He does roll somewhat. And his attack feature is similar to what I just showed you in robot mode, so that you can actually slide his legs back and it will pop the piece out. Now, this is purely a child's toy. I can see the purpose behind this toy, and I'm trying to think, if I'm a kid, would I actually like this toy? And honestly, I want to say no. That could just because I'm an adult now. It's really hard to go back that way. But as a kid, I loved the the actual realisticness of it. You had a vehicle and you had a robot, and it was a robot in disguise. This is purely not a robot in disguise. He is a half car, half robot. And I see the point of the tech feature is something that should be cool, but I think they would have been better off just having him transform fully into a vehicle and having this weapon just do the feature on its own, and having like a slot on the roof where it could slide back and forth to do the feature. Now, like I said, I see what they're going for, but this was originally, I believe, $7.99 or $6.99 at Walmart and Targets. It is not worth that at all. It is really, really not. I've actually given this toy to my 2-year-old to play with so she wouldn't try to touch my G1s. She actually throws it down, says, "No, I don't want it." So, I mean, she's not even satisfied trying to play with this thing. She knows it's Bumblebee, but she's not satisfied with it. But I actually just have a decent amount of paint apps here for a little Cyberverse toy. So that was Transformers Cyberverse Legion class Bumblebee. I believe it's Legion. I'm going to just go with it. I don't have the packaging anymore. I tossed that crap out a while ago. But that's my overall thoughts on the figure, and also my 2-year-old's thoughts. So, to me, I'm going ahead and lean the other way. So right here is a poll. Vote now. Like I said, you have until Wednesday, which is my time. I'll just end it whenever. But that's the poll. Pretty much the totals are going to go through that day. Is it lit? Together, and then next Friday I will reveal the results of that poll, and then we'll do unto the figure what the poll suggests, most likely, and then we'll be reviewing next week's episode. I have other toys also lined up for this series. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this every single Friday, so you have something to at least look forward to on my channel besides just reviews whenever I get stuff in and get a chance to review it. And I do have other series but I haven't gone back to in a while. Ranked is another one I do, where I take things and I rank them. I've been so busy lately with 4 kids, getting kids back into school, and my oldest does homeschool, so I am constantly busy. I'm doing my best. I'm getting some stuff worked out for that series as well, and I'll have another series I'm going to premiere, and it's sort of similar to other ones on here. I'm going to try to make it as different as possible, and I haven't really came up with a name yet, but I know our day of the week, but it's up here, and I just got to get it on there. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Until the next one, play nice. Peace out.